In this graphing calculator reference sheet, we're going to learn about linear graphs. Sometimes you're given a linear function in standard form. In order to put in your graphing calculator, you need to put it into slope-intercept form. So I've rewritten it as y equals -5/2 x plus 10. From there, we're going to go to step 1 and enter your equation. And so this is the equation we're going to enter. So I go to y equals -5 divided by 2x plus 10. And then sometimes we have to adjust our window. Normally, most linear graphs, you can go to the standard window. So we would click on Zoom and choose 6 for standard. And we can see our graph. Okay, and the standard window is written here. It's -10, 10, 1, -10, 10, 1. If there's a graph that you want to view further to the left, you would adjust your x-min. If you want to see further up, you would adjust your y-max. If you want to see further down, you adjust your y-min, and further to the right, you'd adjust your x-max. So use that as a handy method in order to see other parts of your graph. This graph, we can see what we need to answer the following information. Step 3, we want to confirm the y-intercept. We know based on our equation that the y-intercept should be 10, but let's double check just to be sure. So I'm going to go click on second, trace. I'm going to choose the value of 1 because I'm looking for a certain value, and I want to know when x is 0, because that's at the y-intercept x is 0, what the y value is. And I'll click 0, enter. And we can see that it is 10. So we can confirm that yes, our y-intercept is 10. We've shown that on the graph and found the exact value. Now if we want to find the x-intercept, we can do the same process, second, trace, and this time I'm going to choose 0. Our x-intercept is known as our 0. So I'm going to select 2, and I need to arrow over closer to that x-intercept, and that's where it crosses the x-axis. So I keep arrowing as close, and it says left bound, so I need to be left of the point. Okay, so here's the point I believe it is, and I'm a little left of it here, so I'll click enter. And now it says right bound. I need to be right of the point. Okay, so I'm below the line, the x-axis now, so I'm right of the point. Click enter, and then if you want, you can maybe arrow over to as close as where you think, because it says guess. If you're guessing the x-intercept, you want to get as close to it as possible, and then click enter. And I can see that my 0 is 4, 0. That is the point. And I confirm it here. So I found my x-intercept. Step 5, I may want to evaluate and know a specific number, x value on that line, what the y value is. So I chose the x value of 7. So I'm going to go back and do my second trace. And I'm going to choose value again, number 1. And I want to know when x is 7, what is my y value? And in this case, it is 7.5. And the last step, 6, where you can view a table if we want several points. So I'm going to choose second, graph, which will give me my table. And I can see I have -2, -1/2. I can get all these points if I want anything specific. You can also change your table set if you don't want to see fraction x values. And you can choose, and I can change it right here by just pushing the plus button. As you see, it says press plus, and I can change it just to 1. And it'll adjust it for me so I can have integers for my x values. And that is linear graphs with the graphing calculator.